I like this. Full camera. I like it. I like it when it's full camera. Alright. And then we have video and we have screen share. Amazing. And then we can share our screen. There's a beautiful fade transition. Amazing. Boom. 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 I like it. Alright. So whenever you want to do like a monologue, we do in video. Whenever you want to do a screen share, we screen share. Perfect. And that's how we are capturing really high quality data. Follow your intuition. All right, so the Human Flourishing Company is growing. The Human Flourishing Company is growing. We're slowly adding more and more interesting people, and you got to be really harsh. You got to not be harsh, but you're gonna be really, you're gonna be really, you're gonna really protect the people who are engaged. You want to be really protective of the energy where everybody's engaged. So it's really important to start removing the people who are not engaged, because the goal is to protect the people, protect this energy where everybody's engaged. So that is something incredible for a group chat, where you can protect the people who are already engaged, who just want to make shit happen, who just want to work, who just want to live stream, and who actually want to put their work out, their work actively looking for ways to increase distribution. If you're actually not looking to increase distribution, then if you are not really looking to increase distribution, then maybe we don't want you over here, right? Um, Maybe this is not the right time for you. So that's also interesting. I think there's also just like friendships, just like weight, there is a period of bulking and there is a period of cutting. So bulking and cutting has to go together. That is really important. So we'll make that happen too. As we are bulking the group chat right now, now we are seeing that, okay, who are active participants, who am I seeing who are looking to learn, versus who are just here to, who are here just to, who are just here as a participant, who think this is just another group chat. This is not another group chat. It's very important to kind of protect that energy, that okay, we are all engaging. And when you know that you post into a group chat and everybody's engaged, when you all have an activity, when you all have a task and you all are engaging in that group chat, people love it and people want to keep going, and that's the momentum. And momentum comes from work itself. This is the work itself. There is no other thing about that, oh, I want to say something funny in the group chat, I want to engage people with something that I say in the group chat. No, it's just that do the work, post the work, keep going. Do the work, post the work, keep going. And everybody's posting their work. Everybody's posting their work, and that's how you keep going. So it's very important that you protect this energy. Really want to focus on really want to protect people who are all engaged. So this is very important. Okay. All right. That's all right. All right. And let's look at the screen now. Okay. Tell me more about tell me more about this idea of follow your intuition. What does intuition even mean? I'm thinking about what do I write in the group chat. I have removed two people, and you want to make sure that I'm thinking about how do I phrase this in the chat? How do I phrase it in the chat? Okay. Actually, you don't have to explain too much. Alright, let's keep going. Intuition is that quiet, rapid sense of knowing something without conscious, step by step. It's very interesting that I'm literally talking about intuition, and we're talking about intuition over here now. We're talking about intuition, and now I'm using my intuition to figure out that okay, what is the right next step. So let's see. Rapid sense of knowing something without conscious step-by-step reasoning. It's the gut feeling that a decision feels right or wrong, the sudden insight that solves a problem you have been stuck on, or the subtle pull toward one path or another. Following intuition is the advice to trust and act on these signals, rather than over-relying on pure logic or external input. A sudden insight that solves a problem you have been stuck on. What intuition actually is isn't magic or mysticism, though many traditions frame it that way. It's a real cognitive process rooted in your brain's ability to process vast amounts of information subconsciously. Pattern recognition from experience. Your brain has absorbed countless data points from past situations, interactions, outcomes, environments. It spots matches or mismatches instantly. This is why experts, chess masters, firefighters, seasoned entrepreneurs often just know the right one. They build a deep library of implicit knowledge. Subconscious integration. The unconscious mind. The unconscious mind. Okay, eating too much ice is not good for me, but still will eat because this is beautiful. Does this make it look better? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. This is definitely weird. Let's keep it like that. We're still experimenting. I think there has to be some width. Some width. Alright, let's keep it like this. Alright. Parfait. Then we're gonna keep the screen big. We're gonna use this as well. Shouldn't look that weird, awkward. We need some space up. You want our head to be in the middle of the camera. A lot of experimentation. Unconscious mind synthesizes emotions, body signals, heart rate, tension, memories, and subtle cues that your conscious mind hasn't fully catalogued yet. Neuroscientists link it heavily to the right hemisphere systems like the insula, interoception, sensing internal states, dual process theory, popularized by Daniel Kahneman. System 1 is fast, intuitive, automatic. System 2 is slow, analytical, effortful. fast, intuitive, automatic. System 2 is slow, analytical, effortful. Intuition is system 1 and work, efficient but prone to biases if your underlying experiences are skewed. In short, intuition is compressed wisdom. Intuition is compressed wisdom from your lived history plus current context. It's not infallible, but it's often faster and more holistic than deliberate reasoning alone, especially in complex, uncertain, or high stakes situations. Yeah, it's very interesting. Everybody's operating at their intuition. Everybody's operating at intuition. You have to understand it now. It's all about that. Okay, who has more experience? Who has more experience with actually? Yeah. So this is very interesting. Like when you're thinking about intuition, when you're sitting in a group and you were like, okay, so who has better intuition over here? We are all trying to make a decision. It's supposed to be very high stakes. It is supposed to be very it is an important decision. It is supposed to be high stakes. There's a lot of uncertainty. So now whose intuition are you going to follow? Because everybody's operating with intuition over here. So whose intuition are you going to follow? It's all about you're going to follow the intuition of the person who has a lot of contact with reality, who has had a lot of contact with reality, who has gone through a lot of these iteration loops, who has gone through a lot of iteration loops. Because then what happens is that they obviously everybody is operating at intuition, so you need to understand whose intuition has been tested against reality. That's it. Let's see. Dual process theory operates with Daniel Kahneman. System 1 is fast, intuitive, automatic. System 2 is slow, analytical, effortful. Intuition is system 1 work. In short, intuition is compressed wisdom from your lived history, current context. It's not infallible, but it's often faster and more holistic than deliberate reasoning alone, especially in complex, uncertain, or high-stakes situations, philosophical and spiritual angles. Eastern philosophies, Vedanta, Buddhism, Taoism, is tied to inner knowing or buddhi, higher faculty or discernment beyond ego and intellect. Practices like meditation, quiet mental chatter, so this clearer signal can emerge. Yogananda and similar teachers often spoke of intuition as the soul's voice or divine guidance, cultivated through presence, stillness, alignment with one's deeper nature. It's less about random hunches and more about turning into flow and inner truth. Intuition as a soul's voice or divine guidance, cultivated through presence, stillness, and alignment with one's deeper nature. It's less about random hunches and more about tuning into flow and inner truth. Western thinkers like Bergson or even Nietzsche, with his emphasis on the strict and Dionysian vitality, saw it as a vital, life-affirming force against overly rational, life-denying systems. The common thread, intuition, connects you to something larger than surface level analysis, your accumulated self, environment, or even a sense of rightness in the moment. Sense of rightness in the moment. Why follow your intuition, speed, and creativity? Intuition lets you move and flow. Personal alignment. It often points toward what resonates with your values, energy, and long-term self, rather than what should be done per society for your logic alone. Energy and long-term self. Body-mind integration. Strong intuitions frequently come with physical signals. Excitement, calm expansion versus contraction, tightness. Honoring them builds self-trust and regulation. Real-world evidence studies on decision making by Gary Klein or naturalistic decision making show experts perform better when they blend intuition with analysis. Many breakthroughs in science, art, and business start with an intuitive leap, later verified rationally. Real-world evidence studies on decision making Gary Klein or naturalistic decision making show experts perform better when they blend intuition with analysis. Many breakthroughs in science, art, and business start with an intuitive leap, later verified rationally. Pitfalls on how to do it well. Intuition isn't always right. It can be biased by recent events, emotions, wishful thinking, or trauma. Anxiety can masquerade as intuition, or when it's just fear. Practical ways to cultivate and follow it. Meditation, cold plunges, sauna, silence, practices you already engage with, reduced noise. So signals stand out. Test small. What do the Upanishads say about following your intuition? The Upanishads do not use the modern English term intuition directly, but they deeply address the idea of inner knowing, direct realization, listening to the deeper self. They deeply address the idea of inner knowing, direct realization, and listening to the deeper self concepts align closely with what we call intuition today. This inner wisdom is contrasted with ordinary sensory or intellectual knowledge and is seen as the path to truth, self-realization, ultimate reality, Brahman. The Upanishads emphasize higher knowledge, Paravidya, over lower knowledge, Aparavidya. Empirical worldly facts, higher knowledge over lower knowledge, worldly facts. Higher knowledge comes through direct, non-mediated insight rather than reasoning, scriptures, or senses alone. This is often described as, okay, very interesting, aparoksh jnan, gyan, direct, immediate knowledge, self-evident realization that bypasses indirect perception, shruti, not just the heard Vedas, but knowledge heard by the innermost ear in deep contemplation and meditation. Sages receive this through inner wisdom from the source of intuition. Shruti, not just the heard Vedas, but knowledge heard by the innermost ear in deep contemplation and meditation. Sages receive this through inner wisdom, inner vision from the source of intuition. Buddhi, the discriminating intellect or higher faculty closest to pure consciousness. When purified, it reflects truth accurately and guides like a charioteer. Deep contemplation meditation. Sages receive this through inner vision from the source of intuition. Buddhi, the discriminating intellect or higher faculty closest to pure consciousness. When purified, it reflects truth accurately and guides like a charioteer. Kiariya, truth resides within. The Atman is the inner light, witness, and source of knowing. Realizing its identity with the Brahman brings liberation. Shruti, not just heard Vedas, but knowledge heard by the innermost ear in deep contemplation meditation. Sages receive this through inner vision from the source of intuition. Not just the heard Vedas, but knowledge heard by the innermost ear in deep contemplation and meditation. Sages receive this through inner vision from the source of intuition. Buddhi, the discriminating intellect or higher faculty closest to pure consciousness. When purified, it reflects truth accurately and guides like a charioteer. When purified, it reflects truth accurately and guides like a charioteer. Kiariya, truth resides within. The Atman is the inner light, witness, and source of knowing. Realizing its identity with Brahman brings liberation. Notable references and metaphors. Katha Upanishad, one of the most relevant, uses the chariot metaphor for the self. The body is the chariot. Senses are horses, mind the reins, and buddhi, intellect, intuition like discernment, the charioteer. The wise person uses buddhi to control the mind and reach the Atman. It stresses choosing the path of the good, higher knowledge over the pleasant, and that Atman is realized not by argument or much learning, but through inner turning and grace like insight. Chariot metaphor for the self. The body is a chariot, senses are horses, mind the reins, and buddhi, intellect, intuition like discernment, the charioteer. The wise person uses buddhi to control the mind and reach the Atman. It stresses choosing the path of the good, higher knowledge over the pleasant, and the Atman is realized. So we just had a massive upgrade with the video only. Okay. Now go for Yeah, slowly we'll add a better mic. So mic is not an issue. Okay, now go for better thumbnails. Better thumbnails on YouTube. The wise person uses buddhi to control the mind and reach the Atman. Stress is choosing the path of the good, higher knowledge over the pleasant, and the Atman is realized not by argument or much learning, but through inner turning and grace like inside. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. You cannot see the seer of seeing, this is yourself that is within all. You cannot see the seer of seeing. You cannot see the seer of seeing, this is yourself that is within all. It points to the impossibility of knowing the inner knower through external means. One must know an inward. General teachings across Upanishads, Chanda Yoga, Isha, self-inquiry, meditation and silence quiet the mind so the still small voice or inner wisdom emerges. One who sees all beings in the self and the self in all beings find harmony and freedom from suffering. Self-inquiry, meditation, and silence quiet the mind, so the still small voice of inner wisdom emerges. One who sees all beings in the self and the self in all beings finds harmony and freedom from suffering. The Upanishads advocate turning antarmukhi from bahirmukhi. Practices like meditation, self-inquiry, and purification cultivate this faculty. A guru or teacher can help, but ultimate realization is direct and personal. A guru or teacher can help, but ultimate intuition is your own inner wisdom. It's already within you. Supports trusting and following the refined inner guidance by discipline. It is not impulsive emotion or unexamined gut feelings, which could stem from ignorance or desire. Instead, it is cultivated through stillness, ethical living, and discrimination. Aligning actions with the deeper self rather than ego or external noise. Realization brings spontaneous right action and flow as one operates from unity with Brahman. This echoes modern ideas of intuition as subconscious wisdom, but elevates it to a spiritual faculty leading to liberation. As in your explorations of Yogananda and inner world building, the Upanishads frame it as awakening the architect within, the eternal witness that knows the true path amid life's movements. It is not impulsive emotion or unexamined gut feelings, which could stem from ignorance or desire. Instead, it is cultivated through stillness, ethical living, and discrimination, aligning actions with the deeper self rather than ego or external noise. Realization brings spontaneous right action and flow as one operates from unity with Brahman. Actually, new chat. Okay, break down this for me. Break down the business model for me of how we can get lots of humans to stream themselves, learning, building, creating art, talking, reflecting on their experiences, documenting, live streaming every single day for 1 to 2 hours, creating this proprietary high quality data set, and then basically licensing this data to Frontier AI Labs for training AI to even further improve the models. So we are actually using the existing models to improve our lives, helping the existing models interact with reality, giving real-time feedback, giving a lot of high quality feedback as we are learning with them, building with them, as we are reflecting on our experiences with the world. And then all this data is fed back, all this new high quality data is fed back into the existing models and find the next level of models. So basically, yeah, find me the breakdown and help me understand the business model of what can be done over here. Let's see what Grok has to say. Analyzing live streaming data, flywheel. Okay, it's gonna take some time. But yeah, this is it. We need to figure this out, how we license proprietary high quality data to Frontier AI Labs, because that is gonna be the big game now. Alright, structuring the data flywheel business model. Breaking down the data flywheel business model, structuring the data monetization strategy, evaluating data licensing revenue model, structuring business model breakdown, structuring data flywheel business model, drafting human process, data flywheel, structuring human data flywheel. What is the latest update with Claude's Fable 5? CFD split. Opus 400 for high risk queries and cyber biochem and distillation. Mythos Phi is the same underlying model but with lifted safeguards for vetted users. Lasting importance for cyber work. Launched on Cloud API. Web platform, AWS Bedrock, Azure Vertex. Pricing $10 per million input tokens, $50 per million output. Initially free included some paid users through June 22. Early reception. Beast for ambitious tasks, though slow and expensive. Besides working to restore with some statements suggesting it could return in the coming days, but it remains unavailable for most users with pop-ups and errors at interfaces. US government intervention reportedly by a letter order tied to national security export controls. US government intervention restricting access, especially for foreign nationals, and broader AI tech competition concerns. This affected availability on platforms and led to workarounds or shifts to alternatives. The news chat. Oh no. There's lots of water over here. Water, we spill our water. US government intervention via letter order tied to national security export controls restricting access. Ensuring access, especially for foreign nationals, amid broader AI tech competition concerns. This affected availability on platforms that do workarounds or shifts to alternatives. But researchers planning the Liberator claimed a jailbreak system prompt extraction shortly after launch. Disputed as a true jailbreak, calling it coaxing after refusal. Noting extensive bug bounty testing, there were also complaints about answer downgrading for suspected rival AI builders. any shifting to alternative or local open models? What is happening? I open Claude on my Math if it's temporarily available. It says, pop up right above the text box Claude. I type who I fall to my knees. Fucking cares. It has been 6 days since the incident and you still cannot get rid of the pop up. It's like a kid getting bullied on the playground and his mom comes and tries to handle it for him. Pathetically whining to shove so shamelessly in the customer's face that you blame the US government for the regulatory battle that you brought completely upon yourselves. Related drama. So what is happening? Tell me all about the open source ecosystem, the open source AI ecosystem. Who are the smartest people? Who are the smartest labs, the best labs that are closest to the frontier models, but have made them open source? Bad questioning, but basically, yeah. The best open source labs that are closest to the frontier models. Open source labs or teams that are closest at parity with the frontier models. Okay, this is better. Alright, here we have some stuff. We have some stuff over here. Grok made a photo for us. Okay, that's nice. You can also turn it into a video. Okay. Powerful timely business model, human AI co-evolution data flywheel that turns daily human activity into proprietary high-signal training data for frontier AI while giving participants real leverage in their own lives. Directly addresses a recognized gap. Frontier labs have plenty of static web text code images, but shockingly little rich longitudinal multimodal human process data. Shockingly little rich longitudinal multimodal human process data, the actual sequences of thinking, deciding, building, failing, reflecting, and iterating in real context. Recent discussions at AI summits highlight exactly this shortage for advancing agentic reasoning. Long horizon planning and human AI collaboration. Core value proposition to Frontier AI Labs, a proprietary dataset of high quality human process traces at scale. Proprietary dataset of high quality human process traces at scale, not just outcomes or final artifacts, but the full process, verbalized reasoning, decision points, pivots, dead ends, emotional contextual signals, tool use, collaboration with current AI and explicit reflections. Longitudinal, same humans over weeks, months on real projects, multimodal, screen, voice, actions, artifacts, perfect for process supervision, advanced RLHF DPO, imitation learning for agents, fine-tuning reasoning models, training better human AI interaction patterns. Labs pay premium because this data is hard to get otherwise. It's grounded, intentional, and diverse across domains, learning, building, software, products, art, reflection. This is it. The full process, verbalized reasoning, think aloud, decision points, pivots, dead ends, emotional contextual signals, tool use, collaboration with current AI and explicit reflections, longitudinal, same humans over weeks, months on real projects, multimodal, screen, voice, actions, artifacts. Perfect for process supervision, advanced RLHF DPO, imitation learning for agents, fine-tuning reasoning models, and training better human AI interaction patterns. Labs pay premium because this data is hard to get otherwise. It's grounded, intentional, and diverse across domains, learning, building, software, products, art, reflection. To participating humans, Daily Monitor 2-hour live stream becomes supercharged by an integrated AI copilot that helps in real-time suggestions, explanations, tracking progress, surfacing patterns from your own past streams, core reflection. You level up faster in whatever you're doing, learning a skill, shipping a project, creating art, journaling deeply. Additional incentives, revenue share from data licensing, personal growth, analytics, insights, community accountability, personal brand, content upside, auto clips, highlights. The flywheel. Better AI assistants, humans achieve more and generate richer data. Labs train even stronger models, even better assistants. How the product works. Onboarding commitment, easy one-click start. Users commit to a recurring daily block. Deep work stream, 90 minutes. Templates for categories, learning session, building sprint, creative flow, learning session, building sprint, creative flow, reflection and journaling, documenting experience. During the stream, live stream, webcam, screen share, audio, webcam, screen share, audio, optional real-time AI Observer Copilot sidebar or voice chat, transcribes live, offers contextual help. You're debugging this error, similar pattern from your day 12 stream. You're debugging this error, similar pattern from your day 12 stream, tracks, goals, progress. Tracks, goals, progress, logs every interaction. Post-stream, automated, user-enhanced, AI generates structured summary, key decisions, insights, action items, and growth delta. User adds explicit reflection. Voice or text, this metacognition layer is extremely valuable. Explicit reflection, voice or text. All data, video, audio, transcript, interactions, reflections, metadata is processed and tagged. Data pipeline, platform side, consent, licensing tiers, fully anonymized, aggregate, domain specific, identifiable with permission. Processing, transcription, segmentation, reasoning trace, tool use sequence, quality scoring, embedding, indexing, curation for high signal subsets, secure dataset ready for licensing or API access. Revenue model, primary, high margin at scale, data licensing to frontier labs. Tiered access, raw curated streams, processed reasoning traces, domain-specific slices, software engineering project lifecycles, artistic ideation processes, fine-tuning APIs, custom datasets, pricing, enterprise deals, per token, per hour of data, access periods, milestone-based. This can be very high value because of uniqueness and quality. Exclusivity windows or first rights for top labs. Secondary supporting user subscriptions, freemium, free basic streaming, plus limited AI help. Premium tier for advanced real-time copilot, deeper analytics, higher revenue share percentage, private streams, priority features, revenue share with contributors, users own a meaningful cut, pool from licensing revenue distributed by hours streamed plus quality impact score. Users own a meaningful cut pool from licensing revenue distributed by hours. Video, audio, transcript, interactions, reflections. Video, audio, basic, video, audio. Then it's interactions with the AI. Direct interaction, direct feedback with the AI. Then it's your reflections, then it's metadata on top of that. Interactions, reflections. Video, audio, transcript, interactions, reflections, metadata is processed and tagged. All data. Interesting. Consent, licensing tiers, fully anonymized, aggregate, domain specific, identifiable with permission, processing, transcription, segmentation, curation for high signal subsets, secure dataset ready for licensing or API access. Just focus on creating data. The only business model, create more data for humanity. The only business model, create more data. Create more data. Create more high quality data. The only business model, create more high quality data. the only business model. Create more high quality data. The only business model. Create more high quality data. This alliance incentives powerfully high quality consistent streamers earn real money. User subscriptions, free basic streaming, limited AI help for advanced real time Copilot deep analytics, higher revenue, shared percentage, private streams, priority features, revenue share with contributors, users earn a meaningful cut. Pool from licensing revenue distributed by hours streamed plus quality impact score. This alliance incentives powerfully high quality consistent streamers earn real money. Optional platform take rate on ancillary creator monetization. Sponsorship courses built from streams. Future data studio tools for labs or enterprise internal versions. Companies training on employee workflows. Video storage bandwidth plus real-time AI inference are the main variable cost. Video storage bandwidth plus real-time AI inference. These drop with scale and optimization. Smaller specialized models for Copilot caching. LTV per user can be high if retention is strong. Habit plus tangible progress plus payouts. Licensing deals provide lumpy but large revenue once you have credible volume and quality. Getting lots of humans, acquisition and retention. This is the hardest and most important part. Indie hackers, builders, AI enthusiasts, students, creators, professionals, upskilling, communities already oriented toward building in public, daily habits or high agency growth, network schools, child circles, X, Twitter, builder accounts, Discord servers, students in technical creative fields, strong hooks, immediate personal ROI. The AI Copilot makes their 1 to 2 hours more productive from day one. The AI Copilot makes their 1 to 2 hours more productive from day one. This is the killer feature for retention. Intrinsic motivation. Many ambitious people already want accountability, visible progress, and a tribe. This gives that structure plus AI superpower. Extrinsic. Revenue share turns data contribution into an asset. Similar to emerging knowledge as royalty generating asset ideas. Streaks, levels, status in the community, personal growth, OS, dashboard. Turns data contribution into an asset. Data contribution into an asset, similar to emerging knowledge as royalty generating asset ideas. Social community layer, cohorts, challenges, 30-day AI augmented build, visible or semi-visible streams for inspiration, accountability without full public exposure. Private or tiered visibility options, ease and habit design, one-click start, calendar integration, smart defaults, celebration of wins, low friction, reflection prompts. Invite friends to a private cohort, both get boosted payouts or features. Top streamers become case studies. Phase 1, 100 to 1,000 highly committed users from warm network, targeted outreach, prove data quality and early licensing interest. Phase 2, expand via content, highlights what I learned streaming daily with AI, partnerships with tools, Obsidian, Notion, GitHub integrations, and word of mouth and builder circles. Phase 3, broader appeal as the Copilot gets stronger and payouts become real. Position as the daily practice layer for humans who want to stay ahead with AI. Quality filter is crucial early on. Better 500 excellent daily streamers than 10,000 low signal ones. The flywheel. Humans live stream. Copilot assist real time. High quality process data generated. Licensed to Frontier AI Labs. Improved models and better assistance. Habit drop off. Strong mitigation is making the session generally valuable while streaming. Add social accountability and payouts. Data quality noise, AI assisted scoring, contributor incentives, tied to quality, curation layers. Privacy and consent, granular control, strong anonymization options. clear legal frameworks, perhaps contributor data trust or DAOs for ownership royalties. Compute cost, optimize inference, start lean. Premium users help subsidize. Competition, labs building their own, move faster on community network effects, position as the best orchestrator of motivated humans with data pipeline. Labs may prefer to buy partner rather than build the human side. Competition, labs building their own, move faster on community network effects, position as the best orchestrator of motivated humans with data pipeline. Labs may prefer to buy partner rather than build the human side. Regulatory, proactive ethics, transparency and user rights. It aligns incentives across the stack. Humans get better lives and potential income. Labs get scarce, high value data. Labs get scarce, high value data. They can easily scrape or synthesize. The platform captures value by facilitating the exchange and owning the flywheel infrastructure plus relationships. It's ambitious. Daily commitment is real, but the timing is excellent as reasoning, agentic capabilities advance and data bottlenecks for the next leap become clearer. The combination of immediate user value, AI Copilot plus long-term upside payouts plus growth, mission alignment, contributing to collective intelligence while improving yourself is potent. What is the mission? Contributing to collective intelligence. Give me 10 different variations of phrasing the mission. Let's see. Grow yourself daily by advancing the collective intelligence of humanity and AI. Level up your own capabilities while contributing rich, authentic data to humanity's shared intelligence. Become your best self through daily practice and help build the next era of collective intelligence. Personal mastery in service of collective intelligence. Personal mastery in service of collective intelligence. I like that. Improve yourself and follow the greater mind. Daily self-improvement, personal mastery in service of collective intelligence. Daily self-improvement that fuels collective intelligence and the future of AI. Personal mastery in service of collective intelligence. I really like this one. Daily self-improvement that fuels collective intelligence and the future of AI. Transform your learning, building, and affection into fuel for both personal growth and humanity's collective intelligence. Elevate yourself while enriching the shared that powers human and artificial minds, but the stronger you contribute your real world processes to humanity's evolving collective intelligence. Accelerate your personal evolution while actively shaping the collective intelligence of our time. Flourish as an individual and meaningfully expand the collective intelligence through your daily journey. Grow yourself, advance us all. We invite ambitious humans to live stream their daily learning, building, creating and reflecting, supercharged by AI Copilot so you can improve faster while generating the high quality processed data. Advances collective intelligence are the next frontier of AI. Okay, let's add this. Okay, okay. Personal mastery in service of collective intelligence. Personal mastery in service of collective intelligence. I like that. The Human Flourishing Company. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Explore collective intelligence frameworks. What did Claude have to say? You're building human-generated data marketplace. One that produces specific scarce commodity, high-quality recordings of human thinking, doing, and reflecting. High-quality recordings of human thinking, doing, and reflecting in real time. But specific scarce commodity. The other side don't realize buys it because the exact commodity is running out. It's in the middle. It's not only just video, audio. It's not only just video, audio, and text. It's not only just video, audio, text, but also interaction, reflection, documentation. Interaction, reflection, documentation. Personal mastery in service of collective intelligence. Why this commodity is valuable right now? The labs have nearly exhausted the public internet. What they are short on is trajectory data, not just the final answer, but the full process. A person fumbling through learning something, the dead ends, the reasoning out loud. The labs have never nearly exhausted the public internet. What they are short on is trajectory data, not just the final answer, but the full process. A person fumbling through learning something. The labs are nearly exhausted the public internet. What they are short on is trajectory data, not just the final answer, but the full process. A person fumbling through learning something, the dead ends, the reasoning out loud, the correction, the that's why most texts on the internet shows polished outputs, not the messy process that produced them. Live streams of people actually doing things while narrating their reasoning capture exactly the part that's missing. The second thing you are capturing is human interaction grounded in reality. When someone uses a model to build something and the reports back the suggestion failed because X in the real world, that's a feedback signal labs can't get from chat logs alone. It's reality checking the model's output. Trajectory data, that's very interesting. Missing. The two-sided model. Personal mastery in service of collective intelligence. Personal mastery, the Human Flourishing Company. Personal mastery in service of collective intelligence. Supply side, you need to make streaming 1 to 2 hours daily worth people's time. The honest problem here is incentive for you people to record themselves daily for an abstract. Your data helps, yeah, so you pay them or you give them something they want anyway. Demand side, they pay for data that is rights clean, consented, licensable, label structured, and unavailable elsewhere. Your moat is the consent and the proprietary capture pipeline, not the raw footage. Your moat is the consent and the proprietary capture pipeline, where the real value and the honest tension sits. The clever part of your framing is that the streaming activity is dual purpose. People are using it to generally improve their own lives, learning faster, building things, making art. And the byproduct of that activity is the data set. The person gets a better life, you get the data, the lab gets training signal. If that loop actually works, the streamer isn't doing unpaid labor, they are doing something they would want to do anyway, and the data is exhaust. That's the make or break question, so be honest with yourself about what people do this activity without you. If yes, your job is just to capture, license it well. If no, you are really running a paid labor data labeling company with a streaming aesthetic, which is a fine business but a completely different one with different economics. How you actually make money. Few revenue structures roughly in the order of how defensible they are. The strongest is exclusive or semi-exclusive licensing deals with one or two labs, where you guarantee a volume of consented, structured, domain-specific data, 10,000 hours of people learning to code with an AI assistant, fully annotated with success, failure, outcomes. Domain specificity is what commands price. Domain specificity is what commands price. Generic footage is cheap. Expert radiologist reasoning through cases is not. There's going to be a lot of, what do we say? There's going to be a lot of proprietary, actual PII data that just cannot be shared. Expert radiologist reasoning through cases is not. Weaker but faster, non-exclusive data sales to multiple buyers, lower margin, less moat. Weaker but faster, non-exclusive data sales to multiple buyers, lower margin, less moat. A different angle. Streaming naturally generates the model suggested A, the human did B instead. Here's why. The comparison data is directly usable for training, and it's some of the most expensive data labs buy today. The hard part, you should pressure test. The economics of paying streamers. If you pay people enough to stream data, your cost per hour of data may exceed what labs pay. The math only works if the activity is intrinsically motivated, so you pay a little, or the data is rare, export enough to command premium prices. Generic data loses its equation. Consent and rights have to be airtight. This is actually your product. A clean chain of consent is worth more than the footage itself. Personal mastery in service of collective intelligence. This is incredible. Tell me more about this. Personal mastery in service of collective intelligence. It seems like that is the entire world. In the world, what are all these books, what are all these resources, what are all these tools? This is basically personal mastery, someone who mastered a craft, and now this is their gift to the world, and that gift helps the world become better, that helps the collective intelligence becomes better and slowly keep improving and improving. Quality control and verification. Labs won't pay for noise. You need to ensure people are generally engaged, not gaming the system for the payout, which is hard to police at scale. Buying concentration. 3 or 4 labs are your entire market, and they have most of the negotiating power. They can also build their own capture pipelines. Your leverage is community, consent infrastructure, and a supply base they can easily replicate. Steve McQueen. We taught a generation to be employees in an age that rewards leaders. The only business model, create high quality data. Le seul modèle économique le seul modèle économique crée plus de données de haute qualité. Play iterated games. All the returns in life, whether in wealth, relationships, or knowledge come from compound interest. Play iterated games. Wealth, relationships, or knowledge come from compound interest. If you want a new idea, read an old book. Quality control and verification. Labs won't pay for noise. Personal mastery in service of collective intelligence. I think incredible. Personal mastery in service of collective intelligence. We have to kind of phrase it in a way where we are making sure that we are attracting the highest quality streamers, we are attracting the highest quality people who are actually interested in their own growth. People who are actually interested in their own growth, and they are not just here because for $1 of saying some random stuff they are gonna get for 1 minute of saying random shit they are gonna get $1 or $4. So it's very important that you are actually creating high quality data. You are actually coming here. You're actually coming over here. You are working with the AI. You are improving the AI. You are making the loop go faster. You are documenting, you are interacting, you are reflecting, you are building something meaningful. You are actually testing something where you are getting even more contact with reality, and you are getting even more feedback with reality, and all that data is then being fed into the models. So you do need to create a very effective, you do need yeah, personal mastery. You need to create these master streamers. You need to create these master streamers. You need to create this core group called, I think I like the name, the Human Flourishing Company. The Human Flourishing Company is, the goal is to find this core streamers who are going to create really high quality data that we then license to the Frontier Labs. We create really high quality data that is then licensed to Frontier Labs, where they not only get video, audio, text, but they also get interactions, they got reflections, they get documentation of this entire journey and this long form, really long horizon trajectory of moving towards a goal and slowly evolving and slowly doing the things that you truly care about. Because what AI doesn't have today is intuition. AI doesn't have intuition. You have intuition. A human has intuition. A human in stillness knows what they want. AI doesn't know what it wants. Alright. Consent and rights have to be airtight. Clean chain of consent is worth more than the footage itself. Every book, course, tool, recipe, core-based lecture, and tutorial is the same thing. A human who reached some level of mastery compressed what they learned and handed it forward. A human who reached some level of mastery compressed what they learned and handed it forward. Euclid spent a life on geometry. The elements let everyone after him start where he finished. A master carpenters. Yeah. Your personal mastery. Your gifts that come out of your personal mastery let people start from a higher baseline. Your gifts allow people, your gifts your gifts from your personal mastery, your gifts from personal mastery. Start from a higher baseline. Your gifts from personal mastery. Your gifts. Everyone after him. Your gifts from personal mastery helps everyone after you start from a higher baseline. Your gifts from personal mastery helps everyone after you start from a higher baseline. Nice. A master carpenter's technique becomes a manual, a surgeon's intuition becomes a textbook each person climbs and leaves a rope for the next climber. Civilization is a giant ratchet. Individual mastery externalized into an artifact absorbed by others. They climb higher, they leave better artifacts. The collective intelligence isn't a metaphor. It's the literal accumulated stock of these gifts. That's what a library is. That's what the internet was supposed to be. All this matters for what you're building. Here's a short version. AI is the newest, fastest ratchet in this chain, but it's currently running on the old gifts. Every model today was trained on the compressed mastery, all written down, the books, the code, the explanations that absorb the outputs of human mastery. AI is the newest, fastest ratchet in this chain, but it's currently running on old gifts. Every model today was trained on the compressed mastery, already written down, the books, the code, the explanations that absorb the outputs of human mastery. It absorbed the outputs of human mastery, but it never saw the process of mastery. It read the finished textbook, never watched the person's struggle toward understanding. But it never saw the process of mastery. It never saw the process of mastery. It read the finished textbook, never watched the person's struggle toward understanding. It has the carpenter's manual, but never watched the hands. And crucially, the supply of new externalized mastery is what's thinning out. The easy gifts are already digitized and consumed. We love to see masters. We love to see mastery. We never see the process of mastery. We love to see mastery. We appreciate mastery. What we never see. The process of mastery. We love to see mastery. We appreciate mastery, but we never see the process of mastery. Boom. Today we are gonna throw a lot of tweets out there. But it never saw the process of mastery. It read the finished book, textbook, never watched the person struggle toward understanding. Supply of new externalized masteries was thinning out. The easy gifts are already digitized and consumed. What you are describing is a way to manufacture new gifts to the collective in a form the old gifts never took. Manufacture new gifts to the collective in a form the Human Flourishing Collective, the Human Flourishing Company, the Human Flourishing Collective, the Human Flourishing Company. What you're describing in a way to manufacture new gifts, personal mastery in service of collective intelligence. New gifts to the collective in a form the old gifts never took. When someone streams themselves genuinely learning, building, reflecting, they are not just generating deep training data. They're doing the ancient human thing, mastering a craft, leaving a record, but capturing the whole trajectory. Including the part that book always cuts out the dead ends, the moments of insight, the reasoning, the correction. The deepest loop. This is where your two ideas fuse into one. The person streaming is on a path of personal mastery. They are using AI to learn faster, build better, see further. That's the individual benefit, and it's real on its own terms. And it's real on its own terms. The record of the journey becomes a gift to the collective. The record of the journey becomes a gift to the collective. And now, the collective includes the AI itself. The model gets better, which means the next person's path to mastery is faster, which produces richer gifts, which improves the model again. So you are not building a data company that happens to use streaming. You are building infrastructure for the next turn of the civilizational ratchet, where individual mastery and collective intelligence improve each other in a tight, fast loop, and AI is both a participant and a beneficiary. So you're not building a data company that happens to use streaming. You are building infrastructure for the next turn of the civilizational ratchet, where individual mastery and collective intelligence improve each other. Yeah, it's very interesting. Whenever you're building something, it's very important to kind of like, okay, here's the business model and here's the mission. The mission is personal mastery in service of collective intelligence. And the business model is we license proprietary high-quality data to Frontier AI Labs. That's how we make money. That's how we make an economy. That's how we make an economy. Proprietary high-quality data to Frontier AI Labs. I hold one thing steady. So this stays true rather than inspiring. A gift only counts as a gift if it's generally good. A library is valuable because the books are worth reading. The same discipline applies here. Footage of someone half engaged performing mastery for a payout isn't a gift to anyone, it's noise. The whole vision rests on the activity being real, people actually mastering real things, actually reflecting honestly, actually advancing. Get that right, and the philosophical frame and the business frame becomes the same thing. The same discipline applies to your footage of someone half engaged performing. The whole vision rests on the activity being real. People actually mastering real things, actually reflecting honestly, actually advancing, get that right, and the philosophical frame and business stream becomes the same thing. The framing you have found is the answer to the hardest objection from a last conversation, by the way. But we will do this anyway, yes, because leaving a record of your mastery is one of the oldest human drives there is. We're just giving it a new medium and a new beneficiary. Yes, so important. So important. All right, merci.